Good afternoon, I'm Lorena Bome here with your news, and Harrison Pierce will have the latest sports day headlines. Coming up on today's programme is fox hunting on the rise. We speak to a Midlands animal rescue charity who say more regulations are needed. How a former Coventry University student has made it to the peak of Netflix rankings. It's the 40th anniversary of Red Nose Day. We found out why, we found out what's going on in the city, and how Coventry University students are using immersive technologies to help design scars of the future. A Midlands animal rescue charity say that there need to be more regulations around fox hunting. It comes after a 24-year-old man from Warwickshire was fined £1,000 for fox hunting earlier this week. Our reporter Libby Devatson reports.
Hunting has been a hallmark of rural life, celebrated for its pageantry, skill and community. But today, fox hunting is facing criticism, with people questioning animal rights. In 2004, the UK passed the Hunting Act, banning the hunting of foxes with dogs. However, some groups continue to argue that the law is unfair and that hunting is a vital part of rural culture and conservation. However, opponents of fox hunting argue that the alternatives to the practice are available, such as artificial hunts where no animals are harmed. I spoke to local fox rescue charity about the impacts this has on the welfare of these animals.
So I've seen fox hunting before the ban and after the ban, and there's not really much of a difference. The hunts just continue to flout the law as if it was never banned in the first place. And quite simply, this is because the laws are so flimsy with loopholes in that they're able to just get away with it. Look at the facts as well. You know, the prosecutions for illegal hunting. This is bearing in mind the difficulty in what is required to get a conviction. A video of the hunts actually chasing a fox, encouraging hounds onto the fox, and killing a fox, and all of that has got to be in the same frame. If you've ever actually witnessed the fox hunt, it's not easy to get all that in one video frame. So the hounds are bred specifically so that they're actually slower than the fox, but they've got more stamina to prolong the chase. 76% people were in rural areas were against fox hunting and wanted a stronger strengthening of the ban. There's just so many instances of the hunt violence and hunt threats. So it's completely understandable why people wouldn't want to speak out against it, even if they are against it. Just absolutely horrific, and that's why it's not just the fact that foxes are being killed, it's just the nature in which they're being killed. It's absolutely brutal death. We're talking about disembowelment.
Earlier this week, a 24-year-old man from Warwickshire was fined £1,000 here at Coventry Magistrates for fox hunting. In his defence, Ben Horsell claimed he did not shout when he saw a fox during the hunt because he did not want to encourage the hounds. Although it was his job to make sure the dogs did not chase the fox, but District Judge David Murray found he made no effort to intervene and issued the fine.
West Midlands Police are on a mission to crack down on drug-related activity in Coventry. 4 men have been charged after £500,000 worth of cannabis was found across 3 homes. This comes as police continues Operation Advance, their initiatives that involves a 24-hour intensive policing operation. Concern is growing for a 47-year-old who vanished in February. Martin has been missing for almost a month and was last seen wearing an anorak coat, navy hoodie, navy jeans and black trainers. Some flights due to land at Heathrow Airport are being diverted to Birmingham. A fire at a substation near Heathrow caused a blackout in the UK's biggest airport and is not currently believed to be ready to open by Saturday. This has led to a believed total of over 1,350 planes to be disrupted today alone. Tickets for Godiva Festival this year will be capped at £4, a yearly tradition of the city. The festival promises music and summer vibes. Some people have been complaining online. However, as they believe taxpayers, they will be the ones to pay the bill. Councillor Abdul Salam Khan continues to praise the festival, claiming it is one of the best value for money events. A collaboration between Coventry University and Jaguar Land Rover has been taking place today to develop concepts for immersive passenger experiences in the next generation of electric vehicles. Matt Halden reports.
Jaguar Land Rover visited Coventry today as third-year digital media students showcased their creative concepts at the Delia Derbyshire building. The students presented innovative strategies for Jaguar Land Rover's integration of virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence technologies into their future vehicles, aimed at enhancing the passenger experience by altering the surrounding environment or incorporating interactive gaming elements into the driving experience. I spoke with Dr. Bianca Wright regarding the details of this event and the novel ideas the students of Coventry University have put on display.
So this is a collaborative project between JLR and Coventry University, where we're exploring how immersive technologies like virtual reality, mixed reality, augmented reality can be used in the context of a passenger experience. The students had essentially a week of activity where they've been asked to conceptualize how they might use these technologies in the context of a vehicle like the Range Rover that we see over here, and to pitch their presentations to JLR using some prototyping processes. So we've had a whole range of different ideas. So the first group, for example, focused on different kinds of experiences for long road journeys, so changing the environment around you and theming them around particular parts of the broader family. So for example, for kids, you might enter a Candyland type environment using mixed reality, where instead of seeing the environments of Coventry around you, you actually get to see Candyland. Whereas if you might be an older adult, you might be looking at something like a relaxing forest experience and thinking through how you might engage with that in different ways.
A significant advantage of this event is that it provides students with the platform to present their original ideas, along with the potential for collaboration with Jaguar Land Rover in actualising these new technologies within their future vehicle lineup. I spoke with Igor Deska, a third-year digital media student, about the significance of the opportunity to collaborate with JLR.
Absolutely. As I'm passionate about cars myself, and to be fair, since I can remember, I would love to merge my passion for cars and ability to work. So basically, have a job, but without really having a job, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so basically doing what you really enjoy. And yeah, if that could, land me a place in Land Rover Jaguar, then yeah, I'll be more than happy to just accept it and work with the guys.
Coventry University have created an immersive collaboration project to highlight the impact of light pollution. The event, called Vanishing Nights, shows how lights impact on all environments. The event included an interactive studio with artifacts to show how lights affect nature. Ryan Parker, who is behind the project, told us how street lighting could be altered to help.
Use lights that are low power and make sure they don't damage anything else, and make sure that when they are obviously making the streets lighter, that they aren't impacting people's eyesight, bodies, stuff like that, animals, and making sure that when it does come to night time that they do reduce and lower and stuff like that.
From darkness to something altogether lighter, Red Nose Day is celebrating its 40th year. For 4 decades, it's been bringing comedy and charity together. To mark the day, some local magicians have been visiting a care home in Coventry. George Cooper went along.
This Red Nose Day isn't just about pulling rabbits out of hats, it's about making a difference where it really counts. Two talented magicians, Alex and George, are taking their act beyond the stage and into the heart of Brandon Care Home in Coventry. Their performances bring more than just entertainment, and they're offering moments of joy and connection to the residents. For many elderly people, loneliness is a serious issue. 1 in 4 older people in the UK feel lonely some or all of the time. In care homes where social isolation can be even more pronounced, a simple act of laughter or kindness can make all the difference. To talk to Alex and George about the importance of including older generations into their show.
Nose Day is very important to us because of how important happiness is, how important smiling is, how important love is, and of course how important it is to actually give money to worthy people, worthy causes.
Alex and George have received nothing but positive feedback from their shows. It's just one of the many small acts happening today, as people come together to support those who need it most. The work done to support elderly people and communities facing isolation or hardship is more important than ever. In the end, it's the simple moments that matter the most in the local community. Happy Red Nose Day. This has been George Cooper reporting for Covfeed.
You've probably heard of them or seen their videos on YouTube. With over 6 billion views on their channel, the Sidemen are among the most viral content creators of this generation. They just released the second season of the Netflix show Inside, and it's already been the most watched on the platform. One of them is a former Coventry University student who was inspired by his studies here to become one of the Sidemen. Our reporter Joseph Banks tells us more.
I'm standing outside the Sir Frank Whittle building, which opened in 2013 at Coventry University. And out of all the success stories that have come from this building, one in particular stands out. Toby Brown, more well known as Toby, is a member of the YouTube group The Sidemen. With over 20 million subscribers, the group have found widespread success online since their creation in 2013, creating their own restaurant brand, Line of Vodka, and recently having their own reality show be hosted on Netflix. Called Inside, the show focuses on 10 social media personalities who engage in challenges that affect the total prize pool of up to £1 million, whilst avoiding spending too much money on luxuries such as a hot shower, which cost contestants £100 per minute. I asked Coventry University students what they thought of this alumnus' success.
You don't really see anyone come from Coventry University to one of these massive influencers, massive things. So it's nice to see someone from here to, become famous.
So, with the major success of this computing student, who knows what other gems may emerge from this building in the future?
Let's hear about the sports news now with Harrison Pitts on Sports Reporter. So tell me, Harrison, how is it looking for the Three Lions tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic, Lorena. Thomas Tuchel is set to lead his first game as England manager as the Lions take on Albania this evening. Many fans around the West Midlands were excited to see Morgan Gibbs-White, but it was announced that the midfielder alongside Aaron Ramsdale and John L. Quansah have been dropped from the squad. Aston Villa loanee Marcus Rashford will be looking to prove a point after being recalled from the German manager for the first time since March 2024. Thomas Tuchel wants his players to bring the excitement for the next two upcoming games. The quarterfinals of the Kabaddi World Cup were played today in Warsaw. The England men's team has progressed into the semi-finals after beating Wales 72-25. This is the first time that England have hosted the World Cup with 9 of the world's best battling it out across 7 days of thrilling sporting action. The highly competitive roster of 10 nations featuring some of the world's very best players who have been competing in nearly 50 matches held across Birmingham, Coventry, Warsaw and Wolverhampton. Let's see if England can win their semi-final match tomorrow. We have sent our sports correspondent Matthew Haldane to preview Coventry Rugby's match against Cambridge.
I'm here at the Butts Park Arena where Coventry are now warming up for their game against Cambridge this weekend on Saturday. Alex Ray's side currently sits third in the championship standings behind competitors Bedford Blues and Ealing Trailfinders. If Bedford lose their game against Hartbury on the same day, a win this weekend would see Alex Ray's Blue and Whites jump to second in the standings. Exeter Chiefs scrum half loanee Sam Monda recently won the February Player of the Month award for Coventry and will be looking to continue his form this weekend. This weekend will be a challenge for the Blue and Whites as they have come off a 2-game losing streak against Premiership sides Northampton Saints and Leicester Tigers, losing massively in both games. Coventry will be heading into the weekend with a strong lineup as hooker Suva Massi is back in full training for the first time since suffering a knee injury at Ampthill in late November. Ray also mentioned that second row Dan Green is now back in the squad full-time after also coming back from his injuries. Let's hope Coventry can win against Cambridge this weekend to further push themselves up the championship standings and get promotion into the Premiership next year.
Let's move to the weather now, and we've got a mild weekend ahead. Tomorrow, temperatures will range from 11 degrees in the morning to 16 degrees in the afternoon. It'll be a largely sunny and warm day, but keep a hoodie handy. Though there is some rain expected this evening and early tomorrow afternoon. Sunday should be nice and dry, although clouds are expected to cover the sun for most of the day. Temperature will be 8 degrees at sunrise and around 14 degrees in the afternoon. That's it for the weather forecast. Enjoy the weekend and keep up to date on our Covfeed website and socials.